You are now tuned in to the Black Status Social Network.
Because think about how important it is, like, for children to know things. Like, when I was little, my mom did not have, my parents, both of them alone, did not sit me down and go, so let's have the sex talk. You know what I mean?
And I feel like period talk.
Right, right. They don't. Like, they'll sit you down and they'll be like, don't have sex. Okay. Because you'll have a baby and you'll die. Right? So it's like,
if you was lucky, you got that. If you was lucky, you got that too. A lot of people I know got told, don't bring no babies home.
That part.
Not knowing where the babies came from.
That part.
Just don't bring no babies home.
That part, because a lot of people was just like, if you, well, it's gonna happen, right? But like, it's so important to like start having like your own certain values within the family, right? Because what like they will not teach your kids in school, it's super important to like teach them at home.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, let's bring other things onto the table for like instance, like as a person who's a lesbian, right? Just to get the conversation of like, don't have sex. Don't bring babies home. It's like, that's cool and everything. That don't apply to me. You know? Okay. Okay. Tell me more about like my body though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I really don't care about like male parts right now. That doesn't interest me. But okay, so let's talk about like all these things that like I still feel.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about. I still want. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's so important because like as a kid, you're so confused if you are not part of like the hetero world. You know what I mean? You're super confused, like, okay, so I have all these feelings and I don't know who to talk to about them with, and I don't know how to express that. And it's like, that's not even put on the table as a child because like they're already raising you
to be straight,
to be married. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, they'll be like, when you grow up, you're supposed to be this type of mom. You need to do this for your kids. You see what I'm doing for you? Do this for your children. And it's like, okay, that's fine, but like, individualize it. You know what I'm saying? Personalize me. Because like, so many people in our generation as parents never took an account of like,
knowing
what do you
person,
like?
Yeah. Getting to know.
Who
like
are you?
Parents who have like 5 kids, they just bundle them up together. Like, you guys all follow this strict rule and do it and get out. And then teach your kids that, like you're saying.
Right.
But they never take the time out to be like, hey, this one is this type, this one is this type. And then go with how their personality is.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like a lot of fighting occurs and a lot of misunderstandings, because like we're not seeing eye to eye. Like, you're not listening to me.
Yeah.
And again, it always falls back where they don't feel love. They go out there and they do some stupid things they're not supposed to do because they didn't learn it at home.
Yeah.
Like,
But
for
let's
example,
go ahead.
like my mom, like you said that, like I noticed that she'll do that. She'd be like, no, Ruth is, no, that's not for Ruth, or Cassandra is this. Like, she'll personalize how she parents each child, and that is very important. Like,
That's
ask
super
questions.
important.
It's good.
Right? Because like, how did you feel as a kid? Like, did you know as a child, like, you weren't like the typical everyday girl?
Oh, of course, but you know, the way my family is or was, I was being trained to be the opposite. So whoever I was just had to get suppressed down. So.
And depends on who your family is too, right? Because if they don't believe in the whole lesbian thing, they're not gonna accept anything or listen to anything you're trying to tell them. You know, so
everything's a phase. Everything is
like,
crazy.
I was raised in church, like they say, you know, this, that, like, but I don't believe that. Everyone has their own path, like, you know what I mean? Until you figure it out, do you?
Yeah.
But everyone has their own, like, you know, like, I'm glad that you like, you're figuring it out now, and like, you know, you're piecing the puzzles together, because it's so confusing. Like,
like,
what do you do?
For me, growing up, I was fortunate that I was raised in a single parent household with my mom, but I was fortunate enough that I had a mom that she talked to me, but like, it was only so far off the course, you know, so far left, well, left, we were gonna go.
Right.
So I remember her buying me books. Like when I had questions about babies, where babies came from, she went out and she bought me this book called Where Did I Come From? And I still have the book. And I gave the book to my daughter. Believe it or not, I gave the book to my daughter. Because now she's at that age, she's curious. She's asking questions. When it came to questions about mommy, you know, y'all keep talking about this thing called a cycle, a period. Like, what's going on with that? What's going on with puberty? And so she bought me a book called What's Happening to My Body. I don't even know if the book is still in print.
I think I remember.
But that's an old, like that book came out before I was born. And my mother found it and she got it for me. And a lot of questions that I had, you know, that I didn't even feel comfortable asking my mom, I found the answers in that book. And so for me, coming up, you know, once I reached puberty and I started having these feelings and these hormones, for me it was shocking because I was like, oh, the boys are cute. But then I'm like, she's cute too. So for me, it was scary because I'm like, the way I was raised, yeah, we live in New York, but my family is traditional Christian Southern family. So it was we automatically taught there is no liking the same sex. There was no finding the same sex attractive. You're going to hell. Like that was the answer for everything. Everything that didn't follow the Bible, you're going to hell. Like don't even ask, you're going to hell.
Right.
So even becoming an adult, it took for me having the experience of having my daughter and almost losing my daughter, because my daughter almost died, you know. And I almost died. So it took me having that experience to get to the point where I was like, this is me. Y'all gonna like it. Y'all not gonna like it. At least that's what I told myself. So when I called myself coming out to my family, but to my mother, she was like, at this point, I'm not surprised by anything you do. Whatever. Like, okay, fine. So, you know, my family down south, they never really said anything about it. And then I was like, okay, am I necessarily ready to come all the way out? Or do I still hang on to some sense of normalcy because I don't know if I'm going to be ostracized from my family? So I still dated men, knowing damn well this girl with the big booty walking past, it ain't him that you got to worry about looking, it's me that you got to worry about looking. You understand what I'm saying? So it took up until, no lie, last year for me to be like, at 34 years old, to be like, you know what? Quit, for lack of a better word, excuse my French, but to be like, quit bullshitting yourself. Like, this is not who you are. You've been holding on to this, trying to make everybody else happy, trying to hang in there. It took, no lie, it took a divorce for me to be like, girl, sit down and be real with yourself and be like, sis, this is not you. You know, now you're able to sit down and you're able to do some soul searching and some healing and ask yourself and answer your own questions. And I'm like,
this is who I am.
Yeah, this is me. Like this year was the first time that I attended New York Pride. Like I was out there, sis was out there with a little rainbow scarf around my head. Like, and I was out there with the person I'm seeing. And for me, it felt good. Like,
because that makes you feel seen,
it was a monumental thing. And I think I ran into like one person I knew. But for me, it felt good just to be like in
amongst
this
people.
Space.
Yeah.
And like nobody gives a shit.
They don't.
About who I'm with. And even better than them not giving a shit about who I'm with is me not giving a shit about whether or not they give a shit about who I'm with. So for me, that was different. And so now to be in this space, I really truly have no fucks to give about nobody thinking about nothing on through. That's a freeing feeling.
And I think that like just to go ride that wave because it's like
listen.
like not even just sexuality or who you choose to love or like whatever. Like I feel like black women do that with like almost every aspect of their life. Like have to pick and choose like how to go about things or like how to feel or you know, is this normal? Does this feel right? Am I supposed to do this? But it's not even just sexuality. Like it's something down to like how you dress, right? Because like if you're a feminine presenting woman, like dress, heels, shoes, makeup, hair, that's supposed to be your thing. right? But what if you're not that type of woman? You know what I'm saying?
And makes you a little less feminine.
Right. And then like, it's like you start to just look at women and be like, well damn, like am I supposed to look like her? Should I look like this? Am I comfortable in that? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that normal? Or, you know what I mean? Like, is it okay for me to have this on and still feel comfortable in this room or in this space? And it's like,
I think it just depends on like who you're around.
Yeah.
right, that's the thing.
I could come and be like, oh, I'm not wearing that around people. Like, I'll just be like an outcast. And then I'll have the same outfit on and come around a different kind of people. I'm just like, oh, whatever.
Right.
So it just depends on like who you're around.
Who you're around.
Yeah.
It's like with that and having to like pick and choose like your identity sometimes. I want to ask the question now, like, how does being a black woman feel to you? Like, what does that feel like?
That's a good question.
Like for me, my mom's black. But, so sometimes I'm just like, I don't know who I am. Because like, black people look at me like, oh, you ain't fucking black.
Right.
And then white people will be like, you're so fucking ghetto. So it's like, okay. So after a while, I'm just like, fuck it. Whatever you think I am, that's what I am. Oh well, I know what I am. Kind of thing. So like, to answer your question, like sometimes I'm just like confused about certain situations, how people come at me. I'm like, it's
I
weird.
don't even know how to answer the question.
That's like something that I sit with sometimes.
Yeah, like I can't answer the question.
I'm not necessarily like me myself. I like to say that I'm a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, although like my parents have different roots. My mom's Afro-Latina. My father's, you know, Asian, black. You know, stuff like that. And that to me is like still cultural. It's still like people of color, you know what I mean? Like that's still something that like in my mindset I like to subscribe to, like the identity of I'm still a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Because to the average white person that passed me, regardless of how light my skin is,
girl,
she's black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like really difficult and really hard to think every day, how should I feel as a black woman? Like, what does being a black woman look like?
I feel like to organically get that answer, you have to silence the voices of society.
Like you have to be who you are.
Because as a black woman, silencing the voices of society and everybody's opinions and standards, I feel connected to the universe. I feel connected to the earth itself, like on a historical level, on like a very deep, spiritual level. So I feel like when you ask that question, when you think about that question, don't think about the shit other people say. Don't think about what's been forced onto us, all the brainwashing that we've been exposed to. Just think about you yourself with your 2 feet on the ground on this earth. How do you feel?
I think for me personally, your question is, how do you feel about being a black woman, or what does black woman mean to you?
What does it feel like to be a black woman?
Yeah, for me, it's one word. It's incomparable. And I choose that word because I don't care what nobody says. There's nothing on this earth like a black woman. I don't care what nobody says. It's nothing else I would rather be, and that's not, to put anybody else down. But when I think of just like historically, even today, like think about it, we come in so many different colors, we come in so many different sizes. You know, the ability, the very thing that we try to change, so many of us try to change that they told us was bad, like our hair. I can be straight one day, I can be curly the next. Like hair that doesn't just grow and just fall flat. Like hair that to me, when I think about hair, I think of hair that reaches to heaven. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, have you ever sat and studied a black woman just walking past you, walking down the street? Like the shoulders back. Like, to me, there is literally nothing else on this earth. And we're told, oh, you're so strong. No, we're strong because generation to generation, we had no choice but to be
It's in our
strong.
DNA.
So now at this point, it is genetically embedded in us to be strong, to be basically superwoman.
Yeah.
It's okay. You don't have to do this for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure it gets done. You understand what I'm saying? So not just that, but just we're considered angry. No, we're not angry. And if we were, that's quite all right, because look at what has happened to us over the years. So if we're angry, that's perfectly okay. You're going to deal with it because I'm going to be me regardless.
Yeah.
But no, we're not angry. We're passionate. And you don't know how to handle the fact that we're passionate and we demand respect. So you label us as angry because you can't take it. To me, I'm incomparable. Like nothing else compares to a black woman. I don't care what you say.
Period.
You ain't getting no closer.
Yeah.
I mean, like the closest to me personally, the closest you can get to heaven on earth is a black woman.
Come through.
And that's it. Like that's it. And that's all.
And that's great. I just think the thing that people lack is just spreading the love.
Yes.
Spread the love a little bit more.
Exactly.
Like you're already almost always there.
Yeah.
Just spread the love. Like, you know, let everybody know, like we said from the beginning, like you're great. Just spread the love a little bit more.
Yeah.
I love how like incomparable. Like you're so right. A black woman can have an Asian baby like you, can have a black baby like me, can have a leather fair skin, a black dark skin, blue eyes. A white woman can't have a baby with dark skin and blue eyes. Like she can't.
Red hair, green
That's
eyes.
right.
We birthed it all.
Yes.
Like you said, like, oh my god, like that's
Yeah.
I'm like mind blown.
Yes.
I am mind
No, that's what
blown.
this is true, right? Like
Very true.
we want that though. As women, like, and this is what this platform is for, because I feel like there are so many women, black women, that go through a day-to-day basis and feel inferior because like we're made to feel that way.
What's going on, peoples? It's your boy, Owen O Sound Lee, and you know so we keep it locked on the Black Status Social Network. For us, by us. Don't know.
Like so many people, and it's not just white people, like even black men will make you feel inferior. You know what I'm saying? Because like toxic masculinity says that like men run everything, women are second, and then in that, when it comes to culture, it's even different because black men want to dominate everything.
Yeah.
So black women now feel like, is it okay to take up this space? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it okay to be me? Especially if I'm a loudmouth, you know, person who has something to say, and I want to be here. Like, is this okay? And I feel like with that, it's like, when was the last time you actually felt protected by a black man? You know what I mean? Like, you can be any setting. Even like, we're in Philadelphia now, so like just the other day there was like a week or two ago, there was a woman that was like literally ripped from her home, beaten in the street. People recorded it.
Instead of
people
helping
watched.
Instead of helping her.
Right. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't remember out of the 31 years that I've been living, besides maybe my father or my uncle, a stranger as a black man coming to my rescue and being like, don't do that to her, don't make her feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, when was the last time you actually felt protected by a black man?
My answer is never.
The fact that there was a pause amongst us says volumes.
I would say for me personally, never, because I've always been tomboyish, androgynous, masculine presenting. So to me, it seems like other black men would be like, oh, well, you think you a man, so you got it.
And that's so messed up. Like, what this?
I'm still a woman. At the end of the day.
Right.
I just carry both energies, but it's like I've never really felt protected by black men.
Right, because like what makes you less of needing the protection just because you are not feminine presenting.
Yeah.
Right? Like even that is a topic that needs to be talked about, because it's like a lot of men will look at women who aren't the quintessential feminine female and be like, she thinks she a man, she got it. Oh, I'm not about to come to your
And
rescue
some
right
guys will
now.
come and beat your ass because they think like,
you're
a man.
You want to be a man, I'm gonna treat you like a man, type thing, you know?
And they're not thinking it's the end of the day, it's a woman. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what messes me up? It's not even. When is the last time that a black man came to your rescue or stood up for you? The messed up part is, it be the rescue and the help I need is typically because it is a black man that is verbally assaulting me or taking it upon himself to touch me, and he has no right to do so. Like, you know how many times that I've been in situations, even walking down the street, it's to the point now when you walk down the street, it don't matter what we already know, it doesn't matter what she has on. She can have on a thong and a bra, she can be dressed in
a nun's outfit.
Exactly. At the end of the day, she, either way, no matter what she's dressed like, she still deserves respect. You have no right to put your hands on. But a lot of people don't get that concept, and unfortunately men in particular don't get that concept, and that boils down to respectability politics, which is a whole nother conversation. But I've been in spaces, I've been in a restaurant with my daughter, a little fast food restaurant, sitting with her, and I've had men approach me and find it completely okay while my child is sitting next to me to make comments about my butt. Oh, the light-skinned bitch with the pretty eyes, in front of my kid. And my kid is looking at me like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at her, and I got tears in my eyes, and I'm like, as much as I want to say something, unfortunately, in this day and time,
Can't say nothing.
at the risk of possibly this can go either way. They either gonna back off or they gonna beat my ass in front of my kid.
Right, because that's the thing.
In front of other black men. And nobody said anything. They were more than content to just sit and watch and mind their business than to say, yo, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Especially in front of her kid, that's not okay.
Yeah.
So for me, like, honestly, it's sad to say, but I draw a blank. I don't know the last time, honestly.
And I think that, like, the fact that nobody has a story.
It's sad.
I have a story, but like, I'm not willing to talk. Like, I'm not ready to share it. Like, you know, like,
Yeah.
black men. It's true. Like,
Yeah.
it can be your own father. It can be
Yeah.
your brother. You never know.
Yes.
And that's messed up.
Yes. And I trust
This
me.
is deep. Like,
Trust me, I relate to that. You know what I mean? Like, when you need saving. You know what I'm saying? As a community.
But it's okay if you do. It's okay if you do. It's perfectly okay if you do.
Let me clean this up.
Right. Come on, mommy.
Please. You know what I mean? But, like, let's even address that. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless of who I love or who I'm in a relationship with, I feel like as black people, you know what I'm saying? Like, walking on the street and somebody's messing with me, I want somebody to just come to me and be like, listen, I got you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it don't matter like what you're going through or what, you know, you feel like is happening, I got you. Because like at the end of the day, like regardless of like how independent we are or how much we carry ourselves with strength and resilience, it's like we still want to feel like we don't have to be that strong.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
damn, let me know you care. Shit.
Yes.
Like, it's okay. Like, I know I'm strong.
Yes.
I know I might be a little hard. I might come across a little rough around the edges, but shit, there's nothing wrong with letting me know.
You got me.
Like
I got
for me,
you.
like I've been raised by my mom, black woman, and all she ever did was work. If I don't tell this lady, listen, go have a vacation, like whatever,
She won't do it.
She won't. But the point of my story is, that's all I've seen. You know, I've had like men in and out of my life, whatever, and all them would ever say was like, "Oh, you're a superwoman. You could do it all." And I'm thinking, do you know how broken I am inside?
That.
All I need for you is to tell me, you know what? You're doing good or whatever, something nice, right?
Right.
So because they think I'm a superwoman, they don't feel the need to come and be like, okay, let me help you do something. Let me help take the burden off a little bit.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
That's why none of us have any heroes. Because they think you got it all.
Right.
Like they don't feel like they should come in and be like, you know what?
Right.
X, Y, and Z, nothing.
Exactly. Just because I am Superwoman, damn, that don't mean I want to be her 24/7.
Right.
Can I please take this cape off for 30 minutes?
Right.
Can I get a break, please?
Just a break.
Right.
And basically, it's always a cycle. I see my mom do it. Never had a man. Just working. She would have loved somebody to come around and be like, let me help you do this.
Right.
Nobody was around. Same for me. Nobody was around. And even though these guys come around and they know your story, they still don't want to do anything to help you or make you feel like
you're protected.
You're protected at all. It's
And
like, oh, you can handle this.
God forbid you ask for it, then you get labeled as a gold digger.
Exactly.
I'm not a gold. You ain't got no gold. First of all, so I'm not a gold digger. But
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or you ask a man, take me out. You ask a man, why can't you do this? It's like, what you mean? I'm not doing this for you. Like, huh?
Right.
All you want to do is come and take my front and that's it. Like, that's not how it works. Like, they think that's protecting you.
Yeah.
Coming over and he's in the house or whatever. That's not protection.
Right.
Like, they don't
I'm not going
understand.
for that.
Yeah.
They don't understand.
Cause like,
so we of course, women are more emotional beings.
Yes.
Like, that's all we need. That emotional stability for men to feel like that. If something happens, you're actually gonna be there.
yeah.
You can't trust these. Like,
I find myself like, even with like little black girls, she'll contest to this, like even like little girls walking by themselves in the mornings, like I'm like, where's your parent?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who's with you?
mm-hmm.
And it's like, if we don't protect each other, who will? You know what I mean? Like, I get so fearful of the fact that like there's black women going around in this world just made to feel unsafe.
Or it's already engraved in their minds, like,
Right.
they're gonna be there for you.
Right,
kind of thing.
right.
And it shouldn't be that way.
Right, made to feel like they're unsafe, or like no one's ever gonna be there for them, or like you shouldn't need anybody to be there for you.
Yeah.
You
Like,
know
that's
what
what
I'm
my mom
saying?
would say. Listen, you're in this world, you know you get pregnant. Listen, this man ain't sticking around. You better do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And I don't think it should be that way.
Right.
You'd be like, listen, daughter, I'm here.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Hopefully.
Because it sometimes goes past just like romantic aspects.
Yeah.
Sometimes like you just want somebody to go, I love you.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I'm here for you and I love you.
But you have to mean it.
But
Right.
mean it, of course.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you just want to have someone be a friend, an ally, a sister, you know, someone who like genuinely means, I see you, I'm here for you, I love you, and if you need anything, I'm that shoulder.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, so let's just do another thought, right? Like, because I feel like with all of that, I just want to tie into this question, like, how, as a black woman, can we have black men protect us? Like, how do we make that happen?
You can't make nobody do that.
Like,
True.
You
how
can't
do
make
you have
nothing.
black men protect us?
Also, is that our responsibility?
That too.
Ooh, ooh,
No,
ooh.
I think they should know. Like, I know a few black men who are down. They're there. They're gonna do what. And then there's some just like, I don't know. That's hard.
I would say, I mean, it starts with mothers of sons.
No,
You know,
I disagree. I know some mama boys, and they're the absolute worst.
Well, I mean, mothers of sons to instill certain things within the son.
Okay, true. You're right.
Anti-spoil, anti-toxic masculinity, you're the man of the house now. She's 7 years
Okay.
old.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Very much.
on that level, I feel
That,
like
what we saying, that's my king.
Right.
Treating the son like that's their man. That is not your man.
Right.
Your man is gone. No offense, your man is gone. But your son is not your man.
Right.
See, like my son, I'm like, listen, you're gonna learn how to cook.
Yes.
You're gonna
Learn how to wash
pump my gas.
clothes.
right.
You're gonna. I'm glad he wears his clothes proper. He doesn't sag nothing. He's proper.
Thank God for that.
You know, but I'm like, listen, you're gonna learn how to take care of your siblings. You're gonna go out and work and pay a bill. Like, not a big bill, small bill, but you know, you instill these things. And I think raising little black boys like that make great black men.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And being able to
That's the word.
sit
Yeah.
and hold a conversation with your young black son and allow him to get his feelings out. And stop telling him when his feelings is hurt and he cries and all he want to do is talk and get it out and give him a hug. Man, you got to man up. Men don't cry. And that's why it's so many black men that's out here going through, don't know how to properly communicate, and they looking for us to be their damn therapist and nurse them back to mental and emotional health, and we're not responsible to do so, but we're supposed to, because that's what their mama didn't do.
Because they're looking for a mommy than you.
We're not doing that. The daycare's closed. Like, but honestly, it starts at home. And then if that's not taught to them pretty much from birth, that's a hard habit to break. When somebody is grown and they 30 something, 40 something, and they said they wait,
still looking for
you can forget it. You can forget it.
Because if you haven't got it, you're not gonna get it.
Pretty much.
And I think that's
past the age of 15.
Yeah, that's it.
But even before they start smelling themselves.
Because it's so important to like sit your kid down. Like, I don't feel like there necessarily is a role of what you should do in a household.
Right.
We all cook.
Yeah.
We all clean, because we all eat. We all shower. We all throw stuff in the trash can. So everybody take the trash out. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's just really important, like, if you are a mother of a son, to be like, listen, you don't have to have this identity and that's just who you are as a man. You know what I'm saying? And I know that like a lot of people in society feel like women can't raise men. But I feel like even with that being said, I don't feel like it's true, because I know what I would expect from a man if I come into an encounter with you. Just treat me like a person. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have any type of, you know, prerequisites, and you don't have to be this way with me, because I'm not interested. One. But two, also past that, if you see that, like, you know how many times I've come into like the encounter of like women on buses or trains, and men just be sitting there and chilling and not getting up, and they scrolling on their phone. There's pregnant women standing, or there's just a woman in general, like, and it's not to take away from the fact that like you're tired, because men tired too, they work. You know what I'm saying? I get that, but just think about like history as like a whole. Like, where did we go wrong from like men opening doors for people, having the common like courtesy of like, no, you go first. You do that. You know what I'm saying? Just as respect. Not even because you expect something from me or you have some type of attraction for me. Just as like a common courtesy of respect. Like, men were like people who like you can you know, kind of almost consider like just your go-to person of like protection in a sense, right? Because it's like you knew that if somebody was jumping you, your brother had you, or your cousin had you, or whatever have you now. But now it's kind of like you on your own, you got it.
This is Akeem, and you are now tuned in to the Black Status Social Network.